Welcome to Stay
and Slay
with Mel
and Krissy.
That's like our cue. All right. Hello and welcome back. Thanks for tuning in last week.
Yeah. And thanks for donating the whole entire month
Yes.
of May, now that May is over.
Yes,
May is
because
over.
by the time this comes out, this episode will
be in June.
Yeah, so
it's time for June.
So this is our basically end of Mental Health Awareness Month episode. And this episode is a little more serious for us because we did want to talk about men's mental health.
Yeah. I was being a little passionate because lots of males have told her that this podcast is not for the men.
Yeah, I think I completely understand. I had a couple people tell me that, and I completely understand that perspective because we are girls. Like, we can't give the male perspective, which hopefully one day, like, we can have guests and stuff. Right. We're working on it. Really, at the end of the day, the whole thing that we want to get across here is that everybody struggles with mental health.
Right.
Everybody has something going on in their life.
I also think it's a big thing, like, we really can't speak for them.
Yeah.
We don't have that perspective.
Yeah.
And we can do our best, but the best way to go about it would be to have male guests, which we'd love.
Yeah.
To be able
Any
to
males want to come on the pod?
But how I've looked at it is just podcasts aren't for everybody, male or female.
Yeah.
And if they're saying that to you, they're just lazy. They don't want to watch it.
I know. They're probably like just saying that. Whatever. That's fine.
Well, we did some research.
We did.
Would you like to read the statistic we
found?
Yes,
I did find a pretty crazy statistic, and I'd like to read it for everyone. So I was doing a little research, just to tell the backstory, on like why men feel like they can't really speak out about their mental health. And basically there's this website and they had a survey, and I'll just read a few of them. A lot of people said, or a lot of men have said, I've learned to deal with it. I'm too embarrassed. There's a negative stigma. I don't want to appear weak, stuff like that. And then this is the stat that like really stuck out to me, was that suicides are so high amongst men. 77% of all suicides are actually completed by men, which
that's crazy.
Is just insane.
That like puts everything into like perspective.
Yeah.
Like, what? What?
Literally what?
It's crazy.
And it's like, we're all human. We all have, like, you're not human if you don't have emotion, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter your gender. And that's why, like, we're just here to make men feel more comfortable, that they can talk, they can speak about it. Guys within their friend groups, they don't talk about, like, their feelings. Some groups do, but some groups don't. And I feel like, you know, I had one guy reach out to me, and like he kind of just wanted to like talk about, you know, everything and just like mentally. And he kind of said he just didn't really feel comfortable like going to his friend group about it because they just don't talk about that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, like that's really crazy, because I go to my friends all the time if I'm like feeling down or, you know, wanting to talk about something, about anxiety, depression, anything that is related to mental health.
Right.
You know?
Stereotype with men that they have to be like tough and protective, and they don't cry, and it's just silly because you're a human being. Like your emotions matter, your feelings matter.
Yeah.
I also like wish it was more normal for guys to speak out about mental health and be like public about it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you rarely see someone that's male posting on social media about mental health.
Yeah.
And I just think as a society we should work on normalizing that so they don't feel so trapped in their emotions.
Yeah. Another thing, like, I like when, you know, we'll post something mental health related and like guys will like it. And I'm like, okay, that makes me happy because I'm like, at least you are like in touch with your emotions. And
I just wish we had a man here to talk about it.
I know, I wish we had a man here.
But it really I feel like what it really just comes down to is that there's that stereotype and it's hard for them to show their emotions.
Yeah.
And talk about it and get that help because it's weak. It's not like this tough man who's gonna protect their family.
Yeah, that's like what society deems it to be, which is just not true at all.
Right. Like it's okay to cry if you need to cry.
Yeah, like
nobody
I would
cares.
And like it's like kind of scary when people don't have emotions.
She's scared of you.
I'm scared if you don't have emotions.
One thing that I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Every Christmas we go and see a movie, and the movie we saw this year was The Iron Claw with Zac Efron.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen it, huge trigger warning, but still watch it. Because
I haven't seen it yet.
It is all about men's mental health, but you don't know that when you go to watch it.
Yeah.
It's a movie about wrestling and boxing. Wrestling or boxing, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think it's wrestling. I don't know what the difference is.
I think it's wrestling.
Whatever. There was multiple men in that movie dealing with heavy mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, it just did a huge, I don't even know what to explain it as, but I feel like it really, was a big awareness and, painted such a picture of what that looks like and what the consequences can be for men because they don't talk about their feelings. There was a lot of, they had to be these strong, tough guys.
Yeah.
So, God forbid they cry or have feelings or want to do something that's not wrestling.
Yeah.
So it really just painted this big picture of, how hard that can be for some guys living up to that stereotype that they don't want to be a part of.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. I had the biggest panic attack after in the theater because it just was such a heavy emotional movie, but it really did such a good job showing what the consequences are of these stereotypes and how some people are raised to be manly. Yeah. So it was crazy. I suggest everyone watches it though, even though it's really hard to watch. But
yeah, I was gonna watch it on the plane and I was told not to.
Don't do it in public.
So
if I could take back the fact that I saw it in public and completely blew up as soon as the credits were rolling, the whole movie I was holding my breath, trying not to let it all out. As soon as the credits roll, I was I just couldn't. It all just fell out. It was such a hard movie to watch.
Oh God.
But I think it's important.
Yeah.
It's important.
I also want to just get the point across that we, I don't know, it sucks that we can't represent.
Yeah, we can't represent. We just can't.
We can't.
We can't represent
you. We can't represent you, but
we are here for you.
We're here for you is what we're trying to get at. Is
we want to
stay and slay is for all.
Everyone deals with it. It matters. It doesn't matter what gender you are.
Yeah.
You can listen to this podcast if you're a man.
Right.
Let's stop that right now. Tyler.
Stop that right now. Tyler, you tell him.
You can represent this.
Yes. You know, it's something cool, and this is so on the spot. I'm going to throw it at you.
Okay.
But since Mental Health Awareness Month is coming to an end, what has been
Oh, not another deep question.
It's a deep question. I can answer it first if you want.
Well, just say it.
I was going to say, what has been your favorite part of this month? Because I feel obviously May is our birthday month. So we had a whole episode on it. But I feel we really tried to make this month the best we could. And I think we had a great month. But I think we also made it the best we could by making sure we're raising awareness and, doing stuff. So what was your favorite part of that?
I loved seeing all, like, the people who care about what we're doing.
Yeah.
And, like, there's, like, the amount of money we raised was crazy.
Yeah.
And, like, I know I said in the beginning, but, like, we are so grateful for that because that's, like, helping us do what we want to be doing.
Yeah.
But I also think it, like, almost fueled our fire and helped us, like, we want to do more. Like, we are ready for more.
Yeah.
And I hope it continues in, like, the months to come.
Me too.
What, like, was your favorite thing?
One of my favorite things was definitely, like, creating the fundraiser. And also, I feel like we just did, like, you and me collectively had the busiest month ever, but we managed and, like, we got it done and, like, we just killed it. And I know I'm like, props to us, but, like, I think, you know, Mental Health Awareness Month, it was kind of like an emotional month for us and a lot of people that we do know who do watch this podcast. And I think, you know,
we all killed it.
Props to us. Like, props to all of us.
We all did that.
Yes. For making it through.
Just want to say, like, Mental Health Awareness Month as a whole, not just, like, what we've been doing.
Yeah.
I feel like it really, like, I really understand why it exists now.
Yes.
Like, because we lived through it in such a different way this year. Like, we didn't have a podcast last year. We weren't fundraising last year.
Yeah. Like, completely opposite side.
Such, like, I just see why it's so important.
Yeah.
Awareness for anything, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And I also just, like, it brought to light so many things for me, too. Like, about my own mental health.
Yeah.
Like, it just makes everybody, like, think about what's going on in their heads. But, like, one thing that and I don't know if this matches the vibe, but the biggest thing I noticed this month was just about, you know, I'm a special education teacher. I accommodate to my students. I provide them with supports to help them be successful. Really noticed this month is how I do that for myself, for my mental health. Like, I do things every day to help myself. And I'm, like, so aware. Like, I know that if I drink caffeine, I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah.
Like, there are things that I do, like, you know, I go on my Finch app and I take care of my little Finch. There are things that I do actively every single day. I go for my walk. I listen to my music. I think about my feelings and why I'm feeling certain ways. And if I don't, like, just didn't, who would I be right now?
Yeah.
What would I be feeling?
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me that there are people that just don't even know what's going on in their heads.
Yeah.
Like, I actively take care of my mental health.
Yeah, because I think obviously what we have gone through has, like, changed the way that we have a whole new perspective on life. And I think it's like, there's a difference between, you know, acknowledging your mental health, but then there's also a difference between taking care of it and actively trying to, like, make it better for yourself. Because unfortunately, sometimes, like, you have to be the one to be like, okay, I got to get out of bed. I got to shower. I got to do this. So it's like, even if it's a little accomplishment, always, like, be proud of yourself for doing the little things because
they matter.
They matter.
You matter.
As we always say, you matter.
Everyone matters, regardless
Everyone matters.
of gender, age, religion,
anything,
ethnicity, whatever the case
is.
Whatever the case may be. And I hope that you're feeling better, for one, because you were fired up.
It kind of, like, stuck with me a little bit that people said that, because I was like, we're not here to, and I know we love pink and whatever, like, if that's another thing.
Slay's a girl for it.
Yeah, like, whatever. But yes, we're not here talking about, like, sports and beer.
It's true. That is true.
And that's fine. But, like, we are here for everybody.
For all the people.
We should post, like, a little mental health check too, and, like, we'll say it right now, like, what's something that you did for your mental health, this Mental Health Awareness Month?
Yeah, like, what is something you do every day to support yourself mentally? People who aren't out there taking care of their mental health.
Yeah.
And they probably just don't know how important that is.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to me, like, who would I really be right now? What would I be doing? How would I be feeling? Would I be okay?
Yeah, like, if I just didn't do...
If I just stopped all the things.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. An example that I have been trying to do recently, and along with like this mental health awareness month. So my friend and I were talking about how like sometimes you'll be like, ugh, like I feel so ugly today, like whatever. I feel like
I like this.
Everybody struggles with that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Literally everybody. And then we were kind of saying like, okay, but I was telling her, I'm like, I have to look in the mirror and like tell myself I'm pretty and tell myself like it's okay, because
words of affirmation.
Yeah, like it's literally words of affirmation. And like I honestly just feel like I've been doing it for a while now, that I'm just like starting to believe it. And like I obviously have the days where I'm like, ew, like I'm so ugly today, and like that's
Right.
fine. But like at the end of the day, you have to just like, I don't know, like try.
Right, like that's like one of the things that triggered this thought, like the affirmations on my phone. The other day it said kindness echoes, and that was it. And I loved that.
Yeah, I like that.
I loved that.
Yeah.
I really did. Just really emphasized on the importance of taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And being a good person.
I think also, okay, here's another thought. We're just spewing mental health.
It's really just her.
It's really well, I'm gonna spew. I'm gonna spew another one. I think it's so important if you're like feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling, you know, like really busy or whatnot, and you like need a break from people, like take that break and take that day, you know? Like I think this month was just so beyond crazy. Like it's not even over. I still have another trip. Right. Tomorrow I got it back for. Need a mental health day? Take it, because that's more important, you know? Like your mental health is more important than your work. It's more important than like anything at the end of the day.
Just like prioritize
yes, it. Like nothing will be good if your mental health isn't good.
Should we hop into our little things?
Yes, let's hop into our little things.
Should we read them first or talk about our own? I forgot.
Let's talk about our own first.
Okay. You go first.
Okay. One of my little things was actually, so my best friend from home, she is like been my neighbor, childhood neighbor, and we like literally had a day of just lollygagging and like frolicking. Like we literally just went shopping, and we had like a self-timer photo shoot, like and just drove around. So fun. It was just like so much fun. And yeah, it felt like summer like 2016.
I love days like that.
It was great.
I love being a kid.
And I saw a rainbow. Thanks.
I feel like days like that need to be normalized. Like why?
Yeah, like we like needed a day to be outside, and we had it. Like it was amazing. We kind of just like we went to like some bars too, not even like just to like hang out. Like it was so fun. Yeah, we just like
fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. I love
it was really fun. What was your little thing?
I feel like I'm about to go on like a 10-minute tangent about my little thing because I can't stop talking. So
from
my little thing, I feel like I could have 100 because I was just such a special little birthday girl.
Yes.
Oh my God, I feel like I have so many, and I feel bad not talking about certain ones. Okay, whatever. Okay, I'm going to say one and then I'm going to say another.
Okay.
Don't hate me. Okay, my first little thing. My aides at school threw me a birthday party, and it was the most cutest thing. They got me so many like little things. Like, yeah, you can tell they pay attention to me. Aww. They saved a whole bag of Hershey's chocolate Easter eggs. My favorite from Easter to gift me on my birthday.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I know.
And Are you not scared of the candy?
Scared of it?
Like, because it's from Easter. Oh, I guess that was only last month.
It was really only a month ago. Like, they stopped selling them in April.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. Like only a month ago.
Yeah.
It was like April 22nd,
Well,
it's
it's like June now.
I'm going to eat them.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna eat them.
Eat them.
But like I got flowers. I love getting flowers.
Yeah.
So I got flowers. They're all over my house. I love them.
Love.
One of my students wrote me their mom wrote me the cutest note, cried everywhere.
Stop.
But my other little thing, this is like the one that I've been thinking about. I went to summer camp. It was amazing. It was beautiful. I highly suggest everyone goes at some point. It's like life-changing. I feel like a different person.
Okay,
now.
by the way, this is a music festival.
This is a music festival. Not
because
like
the first time you said summer camp, I thought you were going to summer camp.
Well, it really felt like that because I got out of school and I drove right to summer camp, and it felt like...
And you came back.
Here I am. But it's like a festival where you literally camp, and I didn't camp. My friend lived like right down the street, but it was really cool. Like the type of people
your outfits were cool.
The vibes were cool. Like as soon you walk in and all of a sudden you're in a forest and it's lit up and like there's a bunch of art everywhere.
Yeah.
And like everyone's camps were really cool, like decorated.
Slay.
And there's like a stage in the woods, and then there's a stage like in the bottom of this hill, and there's so much to do there. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But I think it was like the second day I needed to buy a new water bag. I at security like was emptying it. I guess I couldn't have my own water, whatever.
Yeah.
It was all in the mud. And he looked at me, he said, "Sorry about that." 4 to buy at this entire festival.
Stop.
I got the best one because no one else is buying a water bag the day of. As I'm like moving everything into the new one, there were little kids there. Coolest thing ever, like dressed up
at a
for the rave
festival.
Like they were and they were like looked out like they were ravers.
Oh my god.
And this kid comes up and he goes, "What are you doing?" And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, hi." Like I could not believe there was like a child right in front of me, and he gives me a little Easter egg.
Oh, that's cute.
It was a little Hello Kitty ring inside, and I gave him a little duck. I was like, can I please give you this duck? He was so excited. He had like a bucket of things he was collecting.
Aww.
But like wearing a cute little bucket hat, like
that's so cute.
There were so many kids there. Like there were even kids like dancing at the stages.
Oh,
like,
stop.
Like they just want to be like their parents. Adorable.
Aww.
And one day I'm gonna have kids and bring them there. But that was my little thing.
That's beautiful.
My little things.
I love that.
I could keep going. I'm like, what else do you want to know?
I love that. You want to read first?
Sure. The one that I want to... Okay, hold on.
Oopsie.
I have to readjust.
Oopsie.
The one that I want to read says, "An all-new episode of Stay and Slay, of course."
Oh my god,
Not
stop.
gonna lie, that was my mom. But it was cute, and that's awesome.
I love that. Thanks, Kelly. We love you.
What are you gonna read?
Okay, this one's from Christina because she doesn't care if we reveal her identity.
Love you, girl. Love you.
She said, "Finally got sun. Yay, summer," which is so true because I got tan this weekend.
What I love about Christina is she got my number from you, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And wished me happy birthday, but then also sent me a voice memo. And I loved that. Like, I wish people sent voice memos more often. Like, why isn't that a thing?
Yeah.
So let me check our text really quick.
Chrissy really let me get my rant out, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Because
it's an important rant.
It was an important rant.
Okay, we did get everything, so.
Okay.
It was important.
Cool. Well. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Like, comment, subscribe.
Please like, comment, subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram so you can tell us your little thing.
Yeah, follow us on TikTok. All right. Well,
we love you guys.
Yes. Okay. Thanks for watching Stay
and Slay
with Mel
and Krissy.
And as always, stay vibrant. What? Thanks for watching Stay
and Slay
with Mel
and Krissy.
Bye.
And as always, there is a Men's Mental Health Month. When is that?
I don't know. We'll have to look
I know
that
there's
up.
a whole month for it for good reason.
So